Sagittarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid to late October 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Sagittarius collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for these lovely Saggies in mid to late October? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Saggy in mid to late October. What's the vibe? What's the energy? There we go. Nice and quick. I like this card a lot. It's like two main separate messages. I haven't seen it in a while. But we see this lady. She's dressed up with that big old hairdo, and she's kind of blending in with the birds. I haven't seen her in so long. So it's nice to see her. So for some of you, maybe you're a little sentimental. That could be part of it, especially if I'm feeling this so strong over a damn card. But there's a lot of stuff here. The energy also seems to be laying low, and there's this little attachment to aesthetics too. Now, before we fully dive into it, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about the card. So as mentioned, we have this lady. She kind of seems like she's in costume, right? She's got her hair all done. She's got that little beak mask going, and she's blending in with these birds. I think they're storks. I don't think they're geese. I'm not sure what the species is, but she's blending in with them. So that tells me for a lot of Saggies in this time, maybe you're just laying low. Maybe you're just in your lane doing your own thing. Or maybe someone you're connected to is in very much that lay low type of mode, very hush hush, which again isn't a bad thing. Like a lot of times that is good, like avoiding this, avoiding that, avoiding this drama. It's an energy that's just staying quiet for whatever reason. Now, aside from that lay low type of energy, to me, this is a card that links to beauty and aesthetics. Pardon me, just because this card itself is so beautiful. So for a lot of you, maybe you're changing something about your look. Maybe you're going to switch up the wardrobe. I mean, seasons are changing, makes sense. Maybe something about the look or the body, or just something with how you present yourself to the world could be shifting or changing soon, which isn't, I think it's good. So none of this feels like terrible or treacherous to me. I mean, I did have that energy where I was like, oh, I'm so happy to see you. So I'm not sure if you're feeling warm and fuzzy about something too, but we're just going to let her chill over there. She could keep blending in. She doesn't want to be bothered. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up one time here for my Saggy friends. What do we got? Mid to late October. And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled Big Karmic Change. Okay, so I mean, life itself is always about perpetual change. Sometimes it's a little more intense than others, and that's kind of how it felt last week, where the big karmic wheels were grinding, right? They were creaking. So for a lot of you, it could be a big time of metamorphosis, whether it's dynamics with other people, work, you name it. Like it just felt like a cocoon of sorts, like a lot of pressure and something about to emerge. But we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So I'll take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards here for my Saggy friends. What's happening mid to late October, please? What is going on for my good friends? Okay, thank you. Oh, I mean, that's a good start. I'll take that. I mean, usually, you know, there's 2 sides to every card, but the 10 of Cups in position number 1, wow. Okay. Let's hope it stays that way, right? Let's get a couple more. What do we got for Saggy? Thank you. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good so far. I'm going to try to not get too optimistic on you, my good friends, because you know how layered readings could get. But we're looking okay. Okay, we have a bonus. Okay. All right. So first card that popped out was the 8 of Swords. So we have a little yin-yang of energy. We got a little mixed bag going on here, Saggy, and that's okay. And you also have one of your power cards right here as the bonus, the Queen of Wands. So we have every element shown. I haven't seen this in a while where like all the elements are present in the first part of the spread, which is usually pretty balanced. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, I already mentioned that all the elements are here. I always take a close look at them in the beginning because it tells me how the energy is moving, the different areas of life. So it makes sense. We have the water, which is the emotional realm, the creative realm, partnerships, the people we care close about, family. We have the earth in the center, which is the world we live in, work, money, finance, all that kind of stuff, the material world that we exist in. Then we have the swords, which is the air, that's the logical mind. So these two are internal, these two are external. So we have like this perfect balance going on when we have the air energy that represents the logic, the mind, communication, and then we have the fire, that action, right? The get up and go, the drive. So I like the fact that we seem to have a pretty good balance of things going on. So we might be looking at various different things. We might be looking at different aspects of the same thing, but they seem to be coming into balance because we have really, really positive. Then we got the difficult one on the back end. So it does feel a little mixed. Let's go through and start building this out piece by piece. Position number one, we start with one of the heavy hitters from the tarot deck, one of my favorite cards, the 10 of Cups. Lovely. And what you see there, the rainbow, the 10 full cups in the sky, happy family. They're just chilling. They're enjoying themselves. So to me, this is a card of wins, victories, blessings, things going your way. It's happiness. Your cups runneth over, right? These are 10 full cups. So normally this is beautiful. As I don't think I mentioned it, but I will now. It's a card of family, household, property, stuff like that. So I generally love this card. It's always a great, great sign. I mean, unless you're dealing with some family things, that could be potential for some of you. Now, the difficult thing with the Ten of Cups, because all cards have two sides, right? The Ten of Cups can sometimes represent really heavy, deep emotion. So I kind of saw that sentimental energy in the very beginning. This card could be very sentimental as well. It just feels things intensely, and it could also be emotional spikes, like ups and downs. So we do want to look at this Ten of Cups much further. Now we'll get that tucked back in by the amethyst as we move to the center. We have the beautiful, lovely Queen of Pentacles, big earth sign energy. So Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, if you're not connected to any of those signs. Queens represent the internal aspect of her suit. So when we see her with the earthy energy, if it's not you focusing on business, if it's not you focusing on work, that she can represent someone's sense of security. Okay, so whether it's material world security or security in and of itself. So the clarifier for her is going to be very important to us because it's going to tell us like, all right, does someone feel solid, stable, and secure, or do they feel like the ground is shaking underneath them? She is always a great sign for blessings and abundance as well. I don't want to get too far into her challenges just yet. So again, we have more of these wins and victories like we have with the Ten of Cups. So she's a great sign. But the downside to the Queen of Pentacles is sometimes she could be a little stubborn. Sometimes she could be an energy that's not moving fast enough. So watch your patience in this time. Or it could just be things that could just be like gunked up or stuck. But again, positive until clarifiers tell us otherwise, right? Now, moving to the back end, here's where we get the bit of a curveball. We have the Eight of Swords, and we see this lady. She's surrounded by the swords, blindfolded. She's hoodwinked. She's bamboozled. It is one of the cards of mystery, but I also link this to stress, anxiety, nervousness, overthinking. This is a huge card for this. Sometimes it could be someone that feels cornered or feels trapped. So when I have the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, that feels very structured. It feels very secure, but the Eight of Swords itself is like, too structured, too secure. See ya. Like this could be an energy that's a little bit flighty in its real challenge. Now, the positivity of the Eight of Swords to me, I mean, I will say this for some of you, maybe you need to shake up the schedule a little bit, go off script, do something a little spontaneous. But when I see the Eight of Swords, the positive thing is that it's very fast moving. So any difficulties, any bumps in the road, any overthinking, it's something that can potentially solve itself. Where it's like, give it a little time, it'll work itself out. But we will see. We will see. Again, it could just be someone's mindset. And as we get this tucked back in its spot, let's talk about the beautiful, lovely Queen of Wands. One of your power cards, remember, it's not gender specific. And as with all queens like her, it's internal. So with the fire, she is very much filled with that get up and go. Like, I need to do this. I need to make this happen. So with all that energy we saw in the back, then watch out for urges in this time. because there could be certain things that just pop up where it's like, you know what, I want to do this, so I'm going to go do this. It's like super spontaneous, which isn't a bad thing. The thing I love about the Queen of Wands, similar to that oracle, she represents aesthetics, looks, how someone presents themselves to the world. She's beautiful, confident, and sexy. So we like the Queen of Wands around here. So this could be good. She just flavors the reading, though, since she's a bonus. I want to dive deeper on all of it, though, Saggy. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for our good friends? What is happening for my Saggies, please? Guides and spirit team. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Ten of Cups. And if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to get to Saggy, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, let's get it going here. What's the Ten of Cups here? Please. What do we got for our good Saggy friends? Thank you. Okay. I mean, it's all right. We're going to have to talk about this one. So we do have the Lovers in reverse underneath this. Watch out for attentions with someone that holds a near and dear place in your heart. So whether it is a romantic partner, whether it is a very good friend or a family member, so to me, it feels like someone you're connected to might be going through a very difficult time. Again, maybe you are, right? It all really depends on your situation. But the Lovers in reverse underneath the Ten of Cups, it feels like I'm trying to cheer someone up. It feels like I'm trying to help them. It's like, hey, no, look at the bright side. Look at all this optimism. Hey, I'm trying to help you out. So again, I'm not sure if that's something you're doing or something that's coming in for you. It isn't a bad energy, the fact that it's in reverse under the Ten of Cups, because there could still be good stuff to come. I'm just telling you intuitively what it feels like to me, because again, with the Lovers, if you're not connected to Gemini or you don't have Gemini traits yourself, it is really that card of someone we really care deeply for. This is someone that really, really matters to us. So in reverse, it's either one of two things. Either this person, they're not going through as good of a time as you, um, or maybe some of you, you're just cool how things are with something too, where it's like, no, I don't want to change anything. I'm happy with our arrangement. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. It's like, yeah, I'm happy with my arrangement. So we're going to keep going. It doesn't necessarily feel like you unless someone's really giving you a hard time, where it's like, yeah, everything else in life is great, but this person, like, oh, what's going on? Let's see what's up with the Queen of Pentacles. We're not going to jump to conclusions here, but I am somewhat feeling like this could be someone else. So let's see why the Queen is here. Why is she here? This energy feels deflated in the center. Okay. Ace of Wands in reverse under the Queen of Pentacles. Either it's an energy that's just very comfortable, very set in its ways, it has its routine. It doesn't feel dry and boring, but to me, it's just an energy. It's not really doing much. It's not really pushing something. Ace of Wands in the upright is great. It's fresh. It's new. It's like energy that's blasting out there. So when I see the Queen of Pentacles with Ace of Wands, either this is someone that feels stuck, so this could represent a problem or a situation, or to me, it's just someone that feels deflated, like my energy's low. So I would say for a lot of Saggies in this time, if you're feeling low energy or more so than normal, it's okay to take a little time. You don't always got to be go, 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 go. You could take some time to recuperate, because the energy in the center feels deflated to me. Now, is it the same energy we're feeling up here in the front? Possibly. Could be something that you find very draining. There could be some aspect of your life or someone that's like, this is very draining. I don't know why it's showing up this way. But Ace of Wands in reverse isn't the worst card, but like I said, it's flat. It's very flat. It's not doing much. Let's move over to the Eight of Swords. We're not going to get stuck here. Maybe it's going to give us the inverse, where I thought we were going to have happy, happy, fun time here in the front, and this was going to be the rough part. Maybe it's going to switch on us. So let's see what the Eight of Swords has to say before we do our recap. And I do want to mention, there's still good energy here. Just because I'm mentioning this stuff on the bottom doesn't mean this tanks your reading, doesn't tank your energy. But you know me, I always tell you what I feel. So let's see what the Eight of Swords is here. Okay. Now this energy gets like really, I don't want to say reactive. And this is something I've been seeing for the other fire signs in particular this week, more so than normal. It extremely spontaneous. So whether this is someone doing something or saying something that like completely blindsides you, it's like I did not expect that. So to me it's like either unexpected action or like I don't want to say shocking, but to me it's like surprising. It's like, whoa, where did that come from? So don't be surprised if again someone around you they start acting way different out of nowhere, or they do something where it's like I didn't expect that from you. It's like giving me that kind of vibe, which again doesn't have to be a bad thing. Like if someone's going through a tough time and you have energy that's deflated and that switches up, that's okay. So I'll tell you the method to my thinking here. With the Two of Wands, it's a very strategic, plan based type of energy. Yeah, it could be decisions and choices at a crossroads. So when we see it in reverse, it is very much unplanned. It is very much an energy that can't make a decision. And with the Eight of Swords, the fire air combo, it's either explosive action, unexpected action, surprise. It's just someone that does something you don't see coming. It's like a blind side. So again, it can be good. It could turn out good for a lot of you, where it's like, okay, I wasn't expecting it, but I like it. It's like giving me that kind of vibe. Um, so just prepare for that because there might be some people acting a little bit different than they normally do. Let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow. This presented way different than your readings normally do for me, Sagittarius. So again, we might just be looking at someone else. But if you kindly look in the box, position number one, we got the Ten of Cups with the Lovers in reverse. So to me, maybe there's someone you're cheering up, maybe someone you're really close to that might be going through a bit of a difficult time. Or this could be an energy where it's like, oh, my circle is set. I'm keeping things the same. To me, it feels like an energy that's not moving, not doing anything, which again could be reliable, but this energy in the front just feels very restrictive. Moving to the center, we have the Queen of Pentacles, usually very nice, sturdy, stable. Ace of Wands in reverse, the energy feels a little flat. It can feel a little drained. So if you've been going a little wild, Spirit could be saying just take a rest, recuperate, be kind to yourself, all that kind of stuff. But then again, there's just this energy where it's not really doing much. And then when we get to the back end, it completely changes. It goes from one extreme to another. So it's like we got great energy here, but then this one is super spontaneous on the back where it's like, okay, someone takes an action or acts in such a way where it's like, where did this come from? I wasn't expecting that from you. Now, again, that could be good. Might be a good surprising action, but at the same time, it's like, whoa, okay, that's just out of nowhere. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for my Saggies. What is happening? Please. I mean, who knows? Maybe you shake it up, right? Maybe you get a little more spontaneous. But yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card here at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. And if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel. I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this card out. What do we got for Saggy, please? Oh, yeah, okay, I'll take it. Page of Pentacles, big communicator card, another potential individual showing up here. I like the Page of Pentacles because it's fresh, it's new, and it's communicative. It definitely speaks about the written message quite a bit too. But let's talk about the shadow side of the Page of Pentacles. It could also be wanting to speak about something but being too shy to say it, or somebody second guessing themselves, second guessing their actions. Did I do the right thing? Did I do the wrong thing? So in this time with the Page of Pentacles as the shadow card, just remember, like, watch for confidence type things. Watch out for regret or thinking back and, holding yourself to a very high standard, because this card can most definitely do that. But at the same time, if you're having communication issues with somebody else, their energy just feels very unsure, and it could be extremely bashful. Okay? It doesn't feel malicious. It just feels like shy, so to speak. I don't know why that's coming through so unique this week, Saggy. But we're going to put that page down right there, my friends. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The October subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation and book a personal reading with me, you could check out my digital calendar on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The October schedule is up there and it's filling up quick. So if you want to have a little chat, go over there and check it out. But for the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of the most stunning decks I've ever experienced, the Star Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments. Since last month, I asked everybody which zodiac sign they get along best with. This month, out of all the zodiac signs, which one do you clash with a little bit there? Drop it down in the comments. You'll be entered to win. And the winners will be announced in the community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.